Hey there, Justice 3 Gaming, and welcome back to another dose of Marvel Strike Force with me, Justice. And today's game, obviously, is Marvel Strike Force. Shang Chi's offers just dropped, so we're going to go ahead and do an unlock. However, full disclosure, I use like my Google Play points to get cores and unlock him a little bit earlier than normal. Kind of an insane amount of cores to do so. You get about 10 shards for every time you find him in the store. It was 10 shards for like some crazy power core price, like 800 or something. And then if he comes back in the store, you can do it over again. But point being is, I would log out and I would use my Google Play points to get the power cores to unlock him a little bit early, just to see how he's doing, and you know, get a little bit of a jump on his gear. So I'll pull him up right now where I currently have him, which is pretty much maxed. It's just he doesn't have any stars or anything. Oh, you know what we will do? Bang. we'll give him that level I just got today. All right. So here's the thing with Shang Chi so far and how his performance has built up with the Heroes for Hire. I went Raider to guarantee his vulnerability placement and his crit hits. He already gets a really high chance when there's positive statuses out on the field. He absolutely punishes people with positive statuses. And to give you the idea of how well this is working, and even at 2 stars, he beat in the last couple wars that I've had him. He with the Heroes for Hire, or my Heroes for Hire, have actually beaten Infinity Watch twice, lost once, but to one that was like 100,000, a little bit more than 100,000 more overpower. But it was like all the characters were redlined, and they almost won. And this is with just a baby Shang-Chi. Sort of, kind of. I would say a toddler, maybe, a teenager with a little bit of sass. Alright, so what we will be doing today is, since I already finished his build here for him, since I heard about him, I started saving up all of his ISO 8s, and I'll give you the lowdown on how I actually do that in the future in another video. But I'm very, very impressed with this character. So much so that I wailed out on red orbs for you guys today. And we're going to take a look at those. And I'm going to probably do a full drain to try to get as many red stars as I could possibly get out of this guy. So first things first, let's open up any gold orbs that we have saved up, and I don't mess around. It's all probabilities, so it is what it is. And I don't really need to open up my modules, but I'm going to anyways. Alright, so I am gonna go one by one on the character shards, though. Now, do we want to do character shards, or let's go with, let's see what we can do by way of the red orbs, though, before we start doing the character shards. So hopefully we fill out a little bit. And before we get started with the red orbs, hey, you like energy drinks? I represent Raise Energy at repsports.com. I drank South Beach today, if you guys want to check that out right there. It's got electrolytes in it, 0 sugar, and if you want to save 15% on your entire order, head on over to repsports.com, create your order, and in the checkout, just use Justice3 Gaming, and you'll save 15% off your entire order. They also have a great line of sports nutrition that you really should take a look at and add to your order. So, with that being said, let's head into these red orbs, and we're gonna do my little paranoia thing. I'm gonna go in, and I am going to check the info just to be sure that his face is at least showing up. at the boosted rate, which is 15%, which is good. Which means he is ready. Now, I do have a few 5s saved up. I normally on a character like this, I would just go high, and try to secure that 4 or 5. But I'm gonna try to build the entire library, and I'm gonna keep going with these red orbs. My plan is gonna be 5. If I hit 5, I'll probably stop. I'll feel it out when I get there, but what I really want to do is at least get one good shot in for one of these 6s, and that would be really nice. But let's go up to these red orbs and start opening up this ridiculous amount of red orbs, and hopefully we can get lucky and grab some really good red stars for him. Now, I do kind of want to wait and see if his picture shows up, but we got a lot of these bastards to go through, so let's see what we can grab up. Now, I'll be happy just seeing his face, honestly. Alright. Doesn't help. I mean, my whole collection is 4 and above, so I think I only got maybe 1 or 2 that are in the 3s. But, oh, well, that's good to see a purple right away, at least. Hopefully, we can grab one of those in a Shang Chi, maybe. Scarlet Witch. Seeing a lot of greens. Come on. I'll even settle right now for just seeing Shang Chi. Just let me see Shang Chi. That's all I want. Give me one of those. Woo! We got the 4. We got the 4. Now, Now, normally, if this was probably Cloak or Dagger, I would 100% full stop. But I want to try to at least get one good shot at a 6. So what I am going to do, I'm going to back out a little bit. I'm going to see... we'll leave that alone for now. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to hit these 4s that I got saved here. Build up these 5s, and then work my way to at least one of these 6s. I need 5. I don't think I did a big drain on the last one, I believe. I don't know if I'm gonna even come close to that. But we gotta go in to see, right? Because you can't really see it. Can't see the credits here. Ooh, that's a 7. Did I just click on 7? No, that's a 6. Why is it? Oh, that's right. It does the coming up and whatever. So I would need to come up with 4,000. I don't think it's going to happen no matter what I do. Let's go ahead and just work our way there, though. Let's hit these 5s first. Okay. I guess we're done. Full stop. Oh shit, it is about to go down. Okay. We're done. These motherfuckers in my alliance chat are probably going nuts right now. I hope you guys are watching the stream because this just happened, and it's early. You know, this is sometimes the cool part about just having a plan. Good things happen sometimes, you know? Goddamn. Ugh. I think I have, like, I may wait it out now and just, ooh, I'm in 134. One more Wakanda event, and that's a 7-star, people. I think I may actually do that. Because at 2 yellow stars, this is a bad man. This is a high value character, too. Because I've slotted him in also in the skill section of Doom 1. And getting those extra vulnerabilities down is amazing. Right away, Kestrel's taking some major advantage of those vulnerabilities, and being that I have her at a class 3 already in ISO 8 blue, she's doing a ton of damage to those characters. And now, jeez. Yeah, I think I'll wait that out. That's insane. That is insane. Okay. I don't even have to... Jesus. Like, I know what I'm doing, and I don't get buyer's remorse, except I have it now because I use that good old sponsor money to do those red orbs. But you want to know what? The good news behind that is maybe I could push those orbs into some good pulls on Cloak and Dagger. So let's go directly to his character shards, because now we kind of... I'm going to pull these on a single, just because I don't suspect that I'm going to get anything very good after that. That positively drained probably every bit of, you know, luck that I could possibly have had. Yeah, I'm not seeing any blues. Ooh, got a purple. Got a purple. Got a purple. I would be very happy to see at least one more purple. That would be amazing. Holy shit! Okie dokie. You about to be a very bad man off the get-go, my brother. If you're listening to me, Marvel Strike Force, through my headset, could you hit me with another purple? No? No? Am I being greedy? Am I being greedy? I don't think so. Another purple? Hit me with a purple. Purple! No purple. Okay. Purple! No purple. Okay. No more purple. And ba-down. Take a blue. Take a blue. That's better than normal. Way better than normal, so... 240. Usually I'm seeing $120s most of the time. That's a really good pull for the day. That's really good. Alright, let's go apply these bad boys. Oh my goodness. Ooh. My goodness. Yeah. Oh my god, 20 more? 20 more? Oh. Come on, man. I ain't gonna cry about it, though. That's for goddamn sure. There's not much else we could do with him. Not gonna be useful this war, but good God. Godspeed to anyone that comes along my line. And I know you guys know what's there. I am not surprised, but, you know, you better come correct. Oh, shit! What the fuck are you doing here, Jessica? What the hell happened? Oh, man, I did the whole line thing. Oh, wow. Not a big deal. Whatever. Whatever. I have absolutely no use for her, but, you know, we'll spend the golden modules on her, right? God damn it. Alright, let's see here. Ardeo. That's going to be a decent jump. Now, these guys, almost all of them are, like, they're ISO Blue Class 3 ready just about. And friggin' ions, man, they're so overpriced. So overpriced. It's going to take me forever to get there. Not forever, but... my really good friends over at Kingpin's Casino, they're a great group. Just about up to about 100% on that Doom 1, and we're going to be ready to roll even further than that shortly after. I like keeping things in order on my list. This is not my blitz list, though, so, where's my blitz list? I don't think it's going to change much. Where are you guys? There you are. I may actually, I'm going to have to change this, order up, the position, actually, now. Shang Chi takes a really good hit, and smacks back with a little bit extra. So that changes positioning for me, quite a bit, actually. So we're gonna edit this team here. And given the team comp right now and where their HP sits, I'm actually gonna put, Shang Chi in the middle, because if he takes the majority of the hits, now he can self-heal, so that's even better. And because of the 7 red stars on Misty, I'm actually going to place her behind Luke Cage, because since he draws the taunt, any chains that might run through there will hit her first. But because of the nature of Shang-Chi's kit, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now, he's going to be dropping lots of counters. So I don't suspect that Heroes for Hire is going to be susceptible to a lot of chains anymore. So we're going to look at this right here right quick. When this character right now, I like crits, and they're already bumping some more crits just because he's here. And so you're going to gain deflect up to a max of 5. At two yellow stars, this was holding up extremely well on this team. They were taking down some really big teams that I was testing them on at 8.3 in Blitz. Now, that doesn't mean anything, really. Just for me, it's just practice. Gives me a good idea of what might be happening on the field. I do a lot of auto, so I can get a good idea, again, of how characters are going to be coming at this team. And, you know, a greater probability, a greater chance of the time, you know, things head from the center out. So that's one of the reasons why that I do want to place him in the center. But let's take a look at some more. Crit chance, 35%, 20% block. Now, war defense. If any Heroes for Hire ally has deflect, that character gains 35% crit chance and 20% block. That's a lot of mitigated damage and a lot of crits because of it. On spawn, if this character has 3 or more heroes for higher allies, if health is full, not charged, gain 2 charge. That's huge. On spawn, if this character has 4 or more heroes for heroes for higher allies, if health is full and not charged, apply +1 charge to Misty Knight and Colleen Wing. That's a banger right there. Getting an additional charge is pretty huge. At the end of any turn, if charged, below 50% health, lose 1 charge, clear all negative statuses, heal for 100% of this character's max health, gain offense up for 2 turns to deflect, and death proof. This is an OP kit that makes heroes for hire ridiculous. I mean, they were already pretty ridiculous, until Infinity Watch came, but now they're going to give Infinity Watch teams a little bit of a run for their money. If charged, always revive on death. Gain 10% damage reduction, and 175% resistance per charge. This is pretty huge. I mean, that passive alone is pretty great. Now, the Way of Fury is by far the best power in this group. I use this one to an insane degree in Doom 1. And that's attack all enemies for 450% damage, 75% additional damage per positive effect from the primary target, plus reduce speed bar of all enemies by 10%. Apply speed up to all heroes for higher allies for 2 turns. That's only going to apply really during war, or if I'm using him during blitz or whatever, because he is a skill character, so I put him on the skill team and I actually replace Nick Fury for that purpose. This attack can't be countered or blocked or dodged. And he hits them all, man. I mean, he hits them all. And so vulnerabilities are just fucking everywhere. Now, on war defense, reduce speed bar of all enemies by 20% instead. 100% additional damage per positive effect from primary target. I mean, if you guys are at all familiar with Infinity Watch, you know those positives stack like a motherfucker. And not only that, but it's almost like you don't want Adam Warlock there anymore because of his ability to keep those positive effects there. And that positive effect itself, to keep those positives there, is another positive. Okay, so extra crit chance. 100% additional damage per positive effect. This is a monster move. I mean, I can't even fathom what this is going to look like in war, because I can't. Generally speaking, I'm not set up offensively. I'm more of a defense type of player. But man, this is probably going to suck for a little bit. And at the very least, you can expect that this team's probably going to be, even at the Infinity Watches level, a 2 team. You know, this is going to be a double tap. Assuming that you have 2 Infinity Watches. Possibly, instead of Adam Warlock, maybe adding in some Silver Surfer to try to remove the charges from one of these guys and get a key member removed. I don't know if Shang Chi is going to be that guy for you, though. This one. Also, the Way of Fury, super cheap economically. When you're talking about energy, this is going to be popping up an awful lot, if not each and every time, especially from the energy that is going to be flooding the field from Luke Cage. Now, that immediately warrants T4ing Luke Cage's ultimate right away, making sure that extra energy is hitting those other heroes for hire that much more efficiently, and not only increasing the heals from characters like Iron Fist, but you're talking about Shang Chi running the board again with this Way of Fury. Deadly Hands is still pretty awesome because it's an adjacency attack. Attack primary and adjacent targets for 380% damage. Clear all negative effects from self and all heroes for higher allies. This is Jessica Jones right here. This is the best of what she has, and he's doing it too. Clear 1 negative effect from all other allies. So my skill team in Doom 1 is now going to benefit from a good clear every time this pops up. I mean, 4 energy isn't huge. It's like sort of like mid-level cost, and that's okay. And this is something that will actually charge at a decent rate, given that Captain Sam is there dealing out the energy, and you should be able to get this moving just as quickly, but you're going to see Way of Fury a lot more than that. See, here's where the counters come in. Gain 2 counter up to a max of 5, fill speed bar by 50%. So he's going to be going right away. He's manipulating the speed bar too. That's already pretty crazy. On War Defense, this attack targets the most injured non-summon enemy and adjacent targets instead. This attack ignores taunt and stealth. Fill speed bar by 75%. This man's going to be moving around the field an awful lot. Whoo. Attack targets that are most injured. And you know what? And he looks at that fucking evasion shit and spits all over it. The basic, I don't know why this would ever get used, but I'm sure it will, here and there probably. But gets the benefit of a slow. Alright, so I already got my good old ISO 8 Blue Raider moving on this guy. I've been working on him the last week or so, trying to get these up and moving. But ions, like I was saying before, they cost a lot, especially when you're moving your class up. And that's really just to get the bonus. Each time you actually invest into these areas, you do see the effects of that bonus click in. And that's really what I was actually trying to do between health, armor, damage. But because it's so random, you don't really have control over that. You just kind of got to take what you get. And given that Iron Fist is also a brawler, the cost is even higher. But Iron Fist, he's actually in a good spot right now. He's one of those characters where I can totally class 2 him right now, and then all I gotta do is wait on these squares, circles. That's all I call them because that's what I'm looking for, and he's good to go. So I think Iron Fist and him are the only 2 though. Everybody else is like set to go. Here's Misty. She's ready for her 3, but that's 150,000 ions, blue ions. Colleen Wing, pretty much the same. I actually started her over, so I gotta re-spend to get this back. So I'm looking at 80 plus 150 to get her back there. Now I really wanted her at Raider so I can increase the overall damage output for this team, because it's actually going to be pretty high. And given that Shang Chi is handing out crits like Skittles right now, this is a really good move for her. And it's going to start stacking those vulnerabilities, because any of the strikers that are going to be on the field are going to be able to get a ton more extra damage out there. And they're based on a percentage of HP, and Heroes for Hire gets an absolute metric ton of HP during war, so that damage output is going to be. And I upgraded his basic because it does give a little bit extra 40% damage to the primary and the adjacent targets, so that's actually going to get a little bit of a boost on a double stack of vulnerability once this is ready. But the real banger here is the Iron Fist. That's 100% to the primary target, and then he's going to come back on top of that with his Striker ISO 8. Attack the primary target for 700%. Plus, apply offense down, clear 3 negative positive effects. On War Defense, this attack targets the enemy with the highest damage instead of the primary target, ignoring taunt and stealth. That's pretty crucial to begin with, even before I change this ISO 8. I mean, I'm going to have to do a new video on recommendations for ISO 8 just because of this. This attack cannot be blocked. If Shang Chi is an ally, it can't be dodged. Ain't no dodging this one. No more of that chintzy stuff. But what is going to happen when he goes class 3? I mean, right away he's getting an extra 10% health. I mean, that's already pretty crazy to even think about when you're going up against this team. But it's gonna be there sooner or later. It's just a matter of time. But at 3 on primary hit, if the target is vulnerable with a duration of 2, deal 5% of this character's max health to their primary target. That doesn't sound like a lot, and most of the times that's like chip damage, but man, does this team level up when it comes to HP in war. I mean, right now it's at 316, and that's just with his ISO 8 and his character stats to begin with. So once he gets in war, there's huge percentages that are coming from the passives of this team. And for him, that's actually pretty good because you're talking about active healing and the chance to heal himself along with everything else. I mean, this is the kind of team now, especially with Jesus, with that 6th red star that I just got for him. Once he gets there, that's going to be pretty crazy. All right, so they're sitting at 718, and that is going to absolutely pop the second another star comes in. All I need is that 20. I may go back to my Google points and just to have that 5th star out there, just make sure that's there. I won't go any further than that, though. That's just a ridiculous amount of power, of course. But for 20, I think I'll get into it. I don't ever use my Google points or nothing, and it doesn't cost me anything. So I think I'll go in on Shang Chi here, and get his shards up just to get to the 5th, because his event is coming up. So I got plenty of chances for extra shards, and I don't think I'll have anything to worry about then. But man, oh man. Let's look at his stats real quick, right? Let's see, what do they sit at right now? We're at 362. I'm rounding up, obviously. 362 right away, just on HP alone. And that's at 4. Jesus, he must be like 530 or more at full stars. And this damage right here, that's probably going to be 10 Gs more than that. Let's check MSF.gg and see what they say about his. Let's put some stats in, and hopefully they got his character updated, and we can check him out right now. Let's see how accurate this is to start. All right, we'll go to his character stats. And what do we got? Well, we got 4 red stars. We got him at level 81. And we only got 4 yellow stars. But we are ISO blue. We are class 1. Is that class 1? Yeah, that's class 1. But I have 3 HPs. Looks like 3 resistance. And I already have 3 in damage, 2 in armor, and 1 in focus. Okay, that's good. His stats are all up, and he is a raider, so that should change things a little bit. Now, according to these numbers, he should have 490 for HP. Now, does that include? I do have him at gear 15. Is this taking in some other calculation like the war bonus? I feel like the number they're showing me here is the war bonus. I think this is a war bonus. So what I'm reading here, and I'm going to assume here that this is the war bonus, he should be almost 500,000. So he's at 491,000 for health, and his damage should read 40,000. 40,000. I mean, his armor is supposed to be 17. Yeah, this has to be the war number. I don't know how to change that, though. If you guys know, let me know in the chat or in the comments below if you're familiar with MSF.gg. These guys are great. You can stop on by or stop over to their Patreon and support them. They do a really great job with this site. It really lets you see and plan things for the future. This has got to be a war bonus. Because I've tested these numbers before, and they're not usually this far off. Yeah, there's like a mark difference. Like focus here is at almost 14. I only got like 9.3 right now. Resistance 6.7 here. It's 10, and that's still pretty decent for resistance. Crit damage $150, 40% chance right there. But man, oh man, does that bounce up after there's positive statuses on that character. That's just an automatic vulnerability. So, man, he is going to jump. Now, theoretically, we got him at 6 red stars. Wow, okay, what's going on here? All right, we got him at 6 red stars. Let's say we get all the stars, right? And we get that 6 red star. And with the new levels, we're at, we'll say 85. And say we are classed, the highest you can go for ISO Blue right now is 3. I mean, you can save up more than that because I do have a couple of characters that their stat is highlighted, but you need a special kind of currency to actually apply it to your character, so it's pointless to even try until they add that currency in. So class 3 across the board, and oh, you know what? I think I know what I did wrong. I have to recalculate after I make the changes. Let's fix that. Let's clear that up so we get the right calculations here. I got 3 in health, 2 in armor, 1 in focus, and 3 in damage. So alright, so that's all good, but we still only have class 1. We're at 4 red stars, 4 yellow. Recalculate. Okay, this is pretty close. This is just about on point. Here I got 374 for health, and that's pretty close. I mean, a 10G difference is not huge because they don't have the exact formula that they're using in the game. But I can tell you, for just out of experience, they're pretty damn close. All right, so damage, that's about on point. I got 25 on their site, 10 in armor, and the armor is actually higher on the game right now. Let's see here, resistance on point, focus same. What didn't change was the so the crit change. Yeah, $150, 40. That's about right. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we can let's go ahead and let's do the dream. Let's do the dream. Let's see what happens. All right, we'll bring up his stats again. Let's say we fill out the 6. We'll go all 7 yellow stars, but we'll fill out the 6 red stars. We'll hit a class 3 in our raider and level 85, which is the goal. Which it's gonna take a couple months to get there, but we'll get there. Holy shit. Now, this number is before his ass gets into war. He doesn't even hit. This is before war. Listen to these. Listen to these numbers. Health, 5. This is what I could have once I fill those stars up. 578,000 health. That's before he hits war and gets those big bonuses like from Luke Cage. Wow. Okay. Doesn't he do healing too in his kit? Like, I see him heal all the time. Why do I see him heal? I feel like I'm missing something here. That's weird. Is this something in is there something in Iron Fist's kit that based on deflects that people are getting heals? I feel like every time I've practiced with this team, I see him heal after I have him act. On spawn, heal self. On turn, 40% chance to heal self, defender, allies, and heroes for 30%. Gain 5% damage for each defender and heroes for a higher ally. That's really big. There's that. There's the charge thing. Maybe it's just the regenerations I see. I feel like he's been healing. Like Shang Chi, I mean, when he does in action out on the field. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. It might be a glitch. Alright, let's get back to his stats. Okay, so we said he's rocking it. Once I fill the stars out for this, he will have 578,000 health. And that's before he goes into war. Holy shit, like, what is Luke Cage popping on the passive for this? I know it's a huge number. %, max health. 50% max health. He is heroes for hire, right? Shit. At 580, I mean, that's half of what that is. I mean, that's half. That's literally half of what he's supposed to have. So we'll call it 578. Divide that by 2, and then we add that to the 578. Unless I'm doing something wrong, that seemed pretty simple to me. That's an absolute metric ton of HP that is going to be protected by very many deflects, which makes him crit proof. Alright, so let's move on. Damage is going to be at 40,000. Jesus Christ. Like, what is the current highest right now? Phyla-Vell, in theory, has the highest damage in the game. Which is, this is max stats across the board. And that would be 49,000. I mean, Shang Chi gets into the top. He's number 6 on this list for damage. Right underneath the Human Torch. Oh, wow. I have a pretty awesome death pool, and that's number 2. Violet Vela actually beats the mark at number 1 by a decent margin. Holy cow. I'm going to have to start working that. Alright, there you go, everybody. Thank you for dropping by. This is just a relatively short video on unlocking Shang Chi. He is obviously a Heroes for Hire ally. I do consider him a high value character. It's why I went ahead and wailed in on those red orbs, which turned out that I didn't need it all because I ended up pulling that 6-star on what? Like the second or third pull? I did like 5 or 6 of those, right? And then because I got the 4 in the red orbs real quick, I went ahead and dropped I did a 5, and that 5 got me that 6. How crazy is that? I mean, now, you know, I don't have to be too disappointed in not having to use those orbs because obviously they're a resource. So now they're just gonna kind of hang out and gather up more red orbs until Cloak and Dagger drops by, and then you know, I got a really good Mystic team. That's a big assumption because we all know how the probability works in those red orbs, barring this video aside, obviously, and you know, we're gonna hope for the best on Cloak and Dagger there. So thank you guys for dropping by. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel right here on twitch.tv /Justice3 Gaming. If you're a bigger fan of YouTube, I do have a couple channels there for gaming. Justice3 Gaming, you can drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I'm uploading any new content just for you guys. Also, if you're just into Marvel Strike Force, I do drop those videos onto a Marvel Strike Force dedicated channel. So if you prefer to subscribe to that channel, please feel free to do that. I'm probably going to be adding more tactical games to that channel, given that there are some really great ones that are going to be coming out soon, like From Firaxis, Midnight Suns. If you haven't seen that video yet, please do. I did do a reaction for it. I haven't posted it yet, but check that out because that is a tactical game, and you know, we're all here playing tactical games right now on a turn-based strategy game. So check that one out. I can't wait for that game to come out. And you know, these devs are watching the same videos I am, and you know damn well, I guarantee you, in October, Midnight Suns will be dropping. Midnight Suns will be dropping. Now, who's going to be on that team already? A couple of those characters are already here that we could take advantage of, which is Ghost Rider and Wolverine. However, the one in Midnight Suns is not traditional Ghost Rider. It's Robbie Reyes, and he's a car guy. And I think that's the one they'll probably, if they're going to put a new character on the field, it's probably going to be him, honestly. I kind of hope I see Nico, and if you're not familiar with Nico, she's a runaway. If you haven't checked out that show yet, I do recommend it. A little bit on the cheesy side, but some of the ideas and powers they play with are pretty cool, like a couple of the main characters. But Nico is actually pretty interesting. Yeah, it's like real magic, but at the same time, it's technology that's kind of mixed into it also. So, you know, check that show out. That's pretty cool. The team that I hope for, obviously, they could use classic Ghost Rider. He's already in the game because they tend to want to do teams in threes now. So Ghost Rider's already here. Wolverine's already here. I doubt they'd pull Iron Man or Captain America because I'm pretty sure they were in Midnight Suns just because they're just Avenger staples, and you know, it's like accessibility. Make sure everybody knows that this is an Avengers / Marvel type game kind of thing, and they just whatever. But let's see here: Nico, Ghost Rider, Magic. Magic would be an awesome character. She may even synergize with Colossus a little bit, being that he is her brother. Who else did I see in there? There was Doctor Strange. He's already here, so that's 3 characters that are already here, so they would only need to add 2 to fill out that team. But I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. They're not going to waste other characters like Blade. Blade will definitely be there. And you got to think, got to make money, right? So probably be Robbie Reyes, Blade, Nico are the three characters, purchasable characters or earned characters, if you want to think of it that way. And then you got Doctor Strange, who's already here. Would they put two Ghost Riders on one field? I don't know, but I bet that'd be pretty fucking sweet, though. But I'm going to guess that, Magic, Blade, and Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider will be the three earned ones, probably. All right, so until next time, thank you guys for so much for dropping by. I wish you all passion, love, and gaming. And never forget, rule number 1 of gaming is you go where the fun is. And that's what I've done here today. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next show.